hwe ho nsem no weekend Manchester City and to me and J the FA Cup no na ene almost stable game and EPL no aka one game to go but and am a weekend inti no moment to me a more Premier League game and now I'm babo against AFC Bournemouth. The race for the top 5 with Premier League ni my top inti ne AFC Bournemouth baba ye adwuma no the the likes of Chelsea, the likes of Newcastle, Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest woman in pray a top 5 ni mu ana and Antoine Semenyo one of the guys ni to me I be the Etia Man City. Sa game no baso mun say the beba I City Lucy trophy no to Air Crystal Palace into Crystal Palace and so and now I'm almost outstanding game on against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now Wolves and Matthias Cunha. That's one man you for a conversation no watches Akuda no striker no be see come Manchester United. And go for kind of one SMP but Amorim adwuma wo ye no I say afi yen so ani but asa wonhu kakra say next season onya akwanya na ono aye ne pre-season sign bi epamu bi free mu a ebi a next season be ya Man United nti Matthias Cunha a fantastic player from Wolves oba join Man United team nti ne oba che bi kakra so bi ma me hu sampa bondo onimbo nti na against Palace no Premier League dim no hon koma no ho no many other interesting stories e free nkofo aman so banyina no FKK ebetna se na wo de yakwa ama no ne atufa abomu nsem nyina e de amaye ye wi a be fia be hwe fisem no and now the first segment of the show, the rise and the fall of Legon cities. So kai Legon cities emro ora kosinya ntechin sensem ne ba ye na ba se wa stars team no be jemu Netimi better than Legon cities. John Penton na pafu bi kodi e che be ye John eye Legon cities. Ye nyan hu ye. Shatawale mom when the share money ade nyina didi e che ni ade a. To me bi kwa kofa Samuel Jambe team ni mu. Ene Legon cities. Enra Nation FC FKK kan se nkofo no say indeed some of Africa akodi a. Ene ye wo se mo kwhye nkofo na mpa o matie su mo so ama. Me no ka say officially I finished over Congress near the answer, but officially no. Legon cities are relegated. Legon cities are relegation. Our Ghana Premier League nimu. Hey, Legon cities. I was young grass for way. Every more news and I'm say, aye, Legon cities. Sika the team. Sika womu ankasa. And then the Legon cities. The rise and the fall of the club on the first segment of the Shebeka Wasem. You can't run here to tell home Komaka Kasa and the first segment the sustainability of the clubs, Who was Sikasa Day, near corner Sibi Meshemua, I watch a babo. Legon cities. Okay, some of 2 or more, a comedy players, or more goalkeepers be a bit winning at the ending. I mean, Kai a year about 4 I represent, but which a back club in him finally. I'm relegation. You better at the home come on the first segment, so. But then you better speak to me at train come out police ladies, the reigning champions over here, the current champions of the Ghana Women's League, You coach better train come out as a video so. Now last season, you be a league, Answer before the baby league, never finish boss, the Mama Baji League Division 1, Any a money league, you better more bass. Dwarves bass number in them commandment to me to call long distance behind any home send by your poor division 1 for the na I find a man the na soba beland in terra F in the mamano ya the moon semino ever I will show you so you better boxing mu somewhat techi Olympic medalist bronze medalist I want to call the only medal the Magana ya ni G pa boxing mu ya ni G easy somewhat techi gu so e kasa the final medal of Kwajuna for the future in boxing, Yeah, the baba I will show you so and so the Baba tier 4. Any other interesting stories? Ghana boxers nibi to kwa bob out a youth championship. You better come home some crown so I would ready so. Any all other interesting stories, ya bob on the pay with you Yeah, the better you are Eddie amount. The title race in the Ghana Premier League and after Nation FC victory sign a name at weekend a cracker. Go Stars Bibiani. Omani asante kotoko nti wa so pesa wo challenge nations weekend in ebetwe kotoko kwa wini and as a Gold Stars ebetena fie di nkunima chesi eye Nations FC a very big game back to this weekend here. Hope popo yenu guswa ba. E be boy train so to media ma wo. And some of the others so. Yet na sia e be be nyina on the show. For you anopai. Ma men kai say wait me do message na fa 0244 743 0244 743 143. For message in the Fahobra, making kind on the show for you. We are also streaming live on Facebook, Kastle 90.3 FM Cape Coast. Join the show no ho. Should be my men like and share. For comments, bra. Major bracken can will show so to me and so at the amount.
The real sports is here.
Lawyers caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Kastle 90.3 FM Sini Robert Mensah Sports at the amount. As down your farmer betway, Edmacono, almost a bet be. Shesha bet never called ma for Traby when you see Caddy or home. I bet we bet influencer. No, Shesha bet now, code now, Benyano. Now, what the amount of friends or families, followers near dear Kutrebi. See, come on to a train, you tell 4% of the amount. Bet Nimpon bar, ya di kind of come out that. Into the hand saw better child slip on. Nanko for code no man elsewhere to me a trap. When you see Caddy power home. It's body and a bet no. Spread across. Watch a bet 20 Ghana. Watch a many per bet 20. If you make 150, 4%. The baby, you know. No one more than 20 Ghana now, the 2 would be in bet needs to put a biana ammo. Ain't ye person when yes, Caddy. Tisha bet na teacher manko phone could trebi a bet we bet influencer. Obi able to me I bet influencer. The fact that which me she bet inquiry. Why a bet influencer no she manko phone trebi. Kaisa terms and conditions apply. Kaisa bet we for you Medina is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. I bet the responsible way. Bet we force get way more. Telecel bid to win promo ni. Telecel for say. Ye pesa one kasa phone when ni je ho apesa we use no. Wow, what price a pesa wo to phone no. Yeah, more price be and farmer. Wow, bid to win. So when how I bid no. Wow, be predictable price no. No be so Canadian. No be so Canadian. If you na wo de ni demu a wo de sese ne kama na wo na wo ko ni bid to win no. The here na so be fa phone no. Dial *1020 hash. *1020 hash. And I send the one for 1020. Message near one or they call 1020. Now what send the qua now I subscribe CCA. A besha see my update on the latest device no. No I was selected phone now pesa woto. No about price no. You hear na say what price ni okay ya. Ya the phone be mo ato. Inti kai so say na dia kunya na ba pass one kasa no we dey the pa phone na pesa woto no. Share the price a o pesa woto phone. Unya ne baby a wo Telecel and the way Edia bar. Telecel bid to win promo no. Telecel are connecting energies. Lonat e wo the mouse say malaria chewa ebetu ase the amount. Malaria bi na aba. Oho so anu munya wo de. Wa hwe ho tumi sampa malaria bi ya chewa mpa. Yo, wa dwe ya wo sa ho. E ma ne nso no makoye test no. Oye test na ya mpa say malaria achewa. Edura wasa wo no no eye Lonat. Edu papa to malaria is very fast. Mane van to ho. Malaria until the fear untumi nkwaduma. Malaria nti untumi nya adwuma ema etika ma but malaria nti untumi kwa nti wani hwe mofra no da dem Mr. Pa Lonat ebetu ase the amount available all pharmaceutical shops into borrow musisi na ekwaje wo so de na bibia enye kama entumi emfa ma kai na channel so ma se obe test ansana watumi akwakonom eduro ni bi Lonat escata malaria sa ene hon semetie game park cool chop akokansie no ho de mouse say wo ba modin na wo so wadi agoni bi wo ba modin afa phone no dial *946 hash *946 hash numbers 1 to 36 choose the only one number. We choose one number now the code draw ni muna say ye na wo number ne ba out sika wo de to achi no ye ba ho amount up to 30% into na say 30 times at the amount into the 20 Ghana up to number 7 achi ye draw number 7 na ba wo 30 Ghana no ye ba ho sa amount up to 30 times umpe we na per day simple game with a serious rewards a game pack cool chop wo fa phone no a obedi agro no phone so *946 hash Udemwano no. Ya draw no 3 times a day. O play me no ya chow 2 Ghana the free akoswa e dey play more. Play more and win more on Game Park Cool Shop. It's 29 minutes past 6 on Kastle 90.3 FM. Ya kwama no ne FKK airborne samwachi at media maye. Kaisa with a message by 0244 743 143 0244 743 143. Live also on Facebook. Kastle 90.3 FM Cape Coast. Ya Kastle no Kennedy kind KASTLE. Now the 90.3 FM at Wasu Cape Coast Eka we show on live on Facebook. Like, share, for comment, bra. Ya back in kind it will show the sweat to me Eddie amount. And Ballon d'Or for the official announcement abba. The date for the Ballon d'Or no modi aba. Enti be announcement be start aba one nominees, you know. Ti Ballon d'Or no assistant now no Ballon d'Or no wan na ekoje. Wan na ekoje nkofo se PSG e wini Champions League ne dia. Oya dey ya Ousmane Dembele dia. Nemom se PSG ntuni anye Ballon d'Or e na so mantuma anye Champions League ne dia. E de betwem pa Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, e be cross Mohamed Salah. Enti ene ai e be hu pa. Ti Ballon d'Or no the official confirm statement na ba. Ai the date for the Ballon d'Or no dey atodwa. Ti ne nyina prepare yourself for the Ballon d'Or. Well, of course will be in September, far away. But Robert started the air nominees na abeba Bonchester. Why not assistant now? Ballon d'Or no kwa koje. Ai koje sine na so. Rafinha. Ana Kylian Mbappe, me Rafinha Mbappe so share even though a trophy be then honey at the Bastille. Yan kwama no ne FKK mon semrechi mfama on Kastle 90.3 FM. Once again we didn't at the miss Ruby Adams. Ya mwa kwaba shonko de baka sefidi so. Show no asha see ya koye nim kopemsa na onkono ebebo.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
I got my power, I got experience, I got do everything too much. And the old man who want to challenge me, hey, I'm okay here. This is my national flag. I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of Africa. Oh, you know, man, I'm too bad, baby. Bad, baby. Old man who want to challenge me, hey, I'm okay here. This is my national flag. I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of Africa. Oh, you know, man, I'm too bad, baby. Bad, baby. Bad, baby.
One who blasters a waji kapoda. Missy one who blasters a waji kapoda. Blasters in ye cap maunhuda. The last time you 82. I check one blasters waji kapoda. One national team ya di trophy ni diagro e diasa tero bara tero that would do chiselo solo kushbasia na se buchi e mai ba utim ta chire sa na se ya shimaisa because kapaba
the real sports is
here. Missy one who blasters a waji kapoda. Blasters in ye cap maunhuda. The last time you 82. I check one blasters waji kapoda. One national team ya di trophy ni diagro e diasa tero bara that would do chiselo solo kushbasia na se buchi e mai ba utim ta chire sa na se ya shimaisa because kapaba e man me say man ba uchi o musia kapaba
I got my power, I got experience, I got do everything too much. And the old man who want to challenge me, hey, I'm okay here. This is my national flag. I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of Africa. Oh, you know, man, I'm too bad, baby. Bad, baby.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM.
What was the result? 3 premierships, and I won more premierships alone than the other 19 managers together. 3 for me and 2 for them. Respect.
You know, he is a specialist in failure. I'm not. So if supposedly he is right and I am afraid of fail, it's because I don't fail many times. Maybe he's right, maybe I'm not used to fail. But the reality is that he's a specialist because 8 years without a piece of silverware, that's failure. If I do that in Chelsea, 8 years, I leave London, I don't come back.
Josep Guardiola è un entrenador fantástico de fútbol, yo repito, pero ha ganado una Champions y a mí me daría vergüenza de ganarlo, porque la ganó con el...
It's 34 minutes past 6 on Kastle 90.3 FM. FK Katna said you're coming on in the next 20 minutes in summer. Nessa can or butchery at me, Eddie Amaye. FKK, good morning.
Good morning.
I know pay BBI Boko, dear.
Pardon me, Biabako.
Eda Erade Ase. Okay. You're coming on this straight away.
I know pay the Amanin 7 broadcast 90.3 live on Facebook. Ube Johnny feeding or now, so wait me. I'll follow you, media and ocean. Now, comment, Fabra na yentimi acknowledge you young Timmy and can come from our share now for friends and follow Jumedia no sanso and a Tuesday it's my day your day no moment the Hawk newspaper is in Koneko grab wants so copy na and so I said then your mind so AC air core or Ghana for nam with nay cement in your theatre so the no date you chromanes and then yes I will nentino Uramu the Hawk newspaper also bet me I can come one who said the situation AC at your my Ghana and we just 4 Ghana cities now so I will copy young Ramu na I am 5 games and from Enra Liverpool for Omoko Brighton and Hove Albion and Farm Omo Kwaje 3-2 at the Esha Omo Kama Omo etiki lead and in time Brighton for Eba Bete Liverpool for take lead no and a Brighton for Etienne Omo Sashe winning goal no and so at the EP so Ayari a Brighton friend Mitoma Sanso and a Haitian Wood Omo and share 3 goals no at the Emma Brighton and Hove Albion a Brighton friend I have a lot Eshe Sanso na Dominic Zoboslai and so share second goal no at the Emma Liverpool for now 3-2 and a choir at the Etia Liverpool for and a Crystal Palace at Nefi Omoni Overhampton Wanderers and a air ball 7 p.m. So I give a Basel Sanso and a Manchester City at now Etihad no monso and a Bournemouth and so etimi abo game you so a Basel a 7 p.m. no ashen so and so etimi at the mami na yentwa so na yenko yanim ekakra won semfu from dia ebewro na yetimi den 70 bi etimi at the amount after game no say ena Urama coaches no and so etimi kasa de fa ho echirechire mu de dikan yebekọ Fabian Hosler said ye see koye game no kaya dwom so mo form no mo ba oso oboni players na ba so was right mentality ni attitude na omo so enya etimi fight back no
that we always had the self-belief in us, that we played a very mature game, that of course we had phases where we had to suffer, especially the first minutes in the game, but my team always tried to stay in the game, tried to control the game in possession, tried to be intense out of possession. Not everything was perfect, but the belief was there, and that's what makes the difference today.
You talk about the word belief. Twice you fell behind tonight. How impressed were you by the response that your players offered to those setbacks?
Very impressed. They show character in not an easy situation. They stayed together. They continue playing with courage, and they didn't hide after they had the setbacks, and that's very important, especially for this young group, that they asked for the ball, that they still try to bring our style of play on the pitch, and therefore I'm really proud of them.
Entiano and Sabia Fabian Hosler coach at the Emma Brighton and Hove Albion so etimi churechemo send players no omo fight back be winning against Liverpool no a mentality omo ekuta stronger no ti and man ko ba msa wetimi churechemo unto pleased with a omo attitude near kwan omo fa so and so be winning game no yento so na yenko anasro so etimi kasa de fa ho so omo so enya opportunity se ka le so omo sheted and even a fourth entimi amane sare na game na jomo nsem.
Yeah, I think you say it correctly. It's an equal game, but the moment we were 2-1 up in the second half, I felt as if us scoring the third one was more realistic than them scoring the 2-2. But from the moment onwards, when they scored the 2-2, I think momentum swung their way, and then they scored their third goal. So, which was also a close margin. These games are close margins because two very good teams on the pitch, and unfortunately, we didn't score the third when we had chances to. And after the 2-2, they did score the third goal.
Yes, and to give a close contest, na been bembe who ye pa margin, your man kitten be details be and a bem will make a difference on Brighton and Hove Albion for Jibon on person, but Liverpool Suja on person ball, and to know my one in air pa nessa, name the dear Liverpool Kutiomo, and so munya chances also much or more them fourth no or more me and share no na and they Brighton for na so mumpo beto mo carne wa chichi and no air and sama Anna Slot coach at the Liverpool. And so it's me chemo at the MI was San 7 and the games ni be Basel Crystal Palace won coach enche no mo chi City ewi omo e kanu ba ko ekome eje eyempo FA Cup no disi omo na so ne game na Basel no yebisa no se players no mo je omo ni enche weekend ya na omo adwuno betimi asesa adwene no edi akosie ne games no ene game on bebo na na o se be de ne so no players no mo anka so mo nim ade a wo so mo ye.
How you feel? Great, of course. Yeah, it's still great. Great feeling, great emotions, great times.
Obviously, everybody was celebrating, having a good time. Is it difficult? Is it almost impossible to get them to start thinking about a Premier League match?
I don't know, to be honest, at the moment. So we cancelled Sunday's training and just train now after the press conference. And we're looking forward to meet all the players again. But of course, yeah, a little bit. I don't know how they will present today. And then, but of course, it's now to find the right motivation. And yes, it's again, so we will have a meeting and we will talk about it, because it's nothing you can ask somebody to do or you can say you have to, because this is, now we have to find the right commitment altogether, how we want to enter this week and especially how we want to end this week with 2 games to play. And yeah, so we will talk about it. Then let's see how good we can deal with this.
Enti eno ensama ode ensama etime da ba cheche mu se place no bejo mo ni ampa na emom no e wo se week mu omo ewura mu season omo end na ansante last 2 games aka no oso mo timri omo ebo no omo ebo ni ye enti onim de oso omo eye eno ye ensama coach efe no Oliver Glass na enso so cheche mo e de afa sa game omo se kwakobo against Wolverhampton Wanderers wo coach Victor Pereira no so ekasaya edi efa mpo game no se de si etie na se ne sha se bisan se Masaya Bodin se manager of the season and also of the year no udin e wo list no na se na wo kamisa news no.
Surprise, because I came to the league in the middle of the season, and this is something to feel proud of my players, proud of my staff, proud of the club, proud of the supporters, because this is a teamwork. It's not only me that achieved this. Is something special for sure, and I'm very proud.
And so I'm proud. Say aboni dia can managers enum a mo modern bono akosro this season of Premiership no so almost you betime yi ba ko abo na baso ntenyo no kwa oni ni team no playing body no and ni staff no and abo adwuma nti omu wini a omu nyina edia nsema ode ba no the game itself no say and offer no the di kan Crystal Palace for na baso so much City for Aviomo and so adikuruwa no.
I want to congrats them because a huge achievement, and this is good for football. This is good for football when the small beats the big club. This is competition. They are a very consistent team, very good players, very good manager, and we'll face a strong team, but looking for our team, looking for our game, looking for our play. This is the way that we prepare a game. We prepare looking for our game, our play, trying to improve from the last game.
Is it a positive or a negative when you face a side that have just been in a big final?
I believe that the motivation of the supporters, motivation of the team, for sure will be in the high level. But as I said, to prepare a game, I just look for my team. What we can improve, what we can do, try to be consistent, and next season to be more consistent, to play better football, and this is the way to improve our level.
Enti ade ne focus no e wo ni team no so say Wolves no e be yiro mo performing abo mu game also mo bo no mo so akonya sa scoreline hu behia amana omo finish season ye wom sa Crystal Palace for no age trophy no abo mo abaso dada e bi omo supporters no any team no e be pese wo so mo sa ko wini sa game enti ne up to Wolves for some so be bo mu game no mo focus no mo ko wini no yensema Victor Pereira enso etimi e de e ba you say Pep Guardiola Man City won coach no and no so e wo game bo ne Bournemouth and ebo we Etihad yebisa Jose Mourinho and I say ne yebisa papa fan Pep Guardiola say ne say na enyoma no esi etie on the game no say na offer no.
And obviously having played Bournemouth a couple of times this season already, you know what to expect. Do you see them as a real success story in the Premier League this season?
Having a big impact start last season and this season prove it. Yeah, it's really good team.
Any of the injured players returning?
Well, we'll see. Some players are better, brothers even better day by day. Yeah, we'll see.
And should you get a penalty tomorrow, will Erling be taking the penalty?
I didn't talk with them.
Is it a situation?
We trained this afternoon.
Do you need to clear up the penalty situation at all?
No, it's not clear. It's that they can start to score a goal.
Enti was a players no ehye goals nya de said o Crystal Palace a boy penalty ho ensem bae no oso mbuso mu bibia on kan bibia emfa nkyerɛ mo de hia ene se game on beboro mo so ebehye goal no mo ewini ne mom no na ye hwɛ ne top 5 no ho nsɛm no so no say na ho nsɛm no so esi etiese no kan etimi ade fa ho.
Hello, Pep. Hey, what kind of a job do you have to raise the players' spirits for a very important game after the big disappointments of the weekend?
We played a really good final, not enough to win it, and we had the last 2 games. We need 4 points, and to next year to be in a Champions League, and this is enough, and everyone has to be aware of that.
You've talked about this season not being a good one, but if you were to get that qualification spot for the Champions League, would you at least see that as a positive ending and something to build on?
Of course, it's important to qualify, but for other teams, except because you judge for the titles, except Newcastle that won the Carabao Cup, Liverpool that won the Premier League, and Manchester City that won the Community Shield. The other teams don't win the trophies. So when the other teams is Chelsea, and of course Chelsea can win 1 title, and of course Tottenham and the final against Betis, and after United and Tottenham can win the Europa League. All the other teams, they are expecting, of course, qualify Champions League, but it is important for every club that play this competition next year.
Nti omo hwe said the clubs no be wa konya so mbegi trophies no Liverpool mo omo agibi dada Newcastle for agi omo de sanso na United any Tottenham hwe Chelsea omo nyana na finals omo hwe se be ombetimi agi nkru anti City de si omo nim top 5 some so benya Champions League slot bi akwakobo next season. It important at the moment some so be yiro omo abo no omo win is game no. Bournemouth from coach Donny Iraola wakaside the fire no so nsem bebre hu ebisa no na branch efe na Dean Hall no abranch ne kwa kopiem Real Madrid so ya aware what news no omo confirm saying eno hu sa move ne de ma branch no.
Yes, I think for someone that is just 20, I think he has managed these situations quite well. Haven't noticed anything training. He's the first one that wants to finish well the season. He's pushing and he's ready to play these 2 games, obviously, from my side, you never want to lose, this kind of player, because he has been very good for us, but there is a part also that you feel happy for him, because he goes to Real Madrid. I think is what he really wanted to do, and obviously we hope everything goes well for him after these 2 games, and I think has been quite natural. He hasn't lost any training session. He has everyone also has I think has acted quite natural, and obviously for the club there was a chance that this could happen, and also it gives the club time now in the market also to prepare for next season.
Eti anoya nsema Donny Iraola coach Edmund Benoff eka efa branch friend Dean Hawson ne move on so anya to Real Madrid say branch no etimi aconduct ne ho ye pa say ne onkasa onye bibia on show attitude bia ewo ye training oguso ehwe say ne last 2 games aka edi ama club no so bebo aboni ye enso etimi edi efi ho wo yiba ko efi akade aka amo bebo dia kom ne no ensema ono so eka edi efa so ugidi say branch no ko be drive na bibia konkan so etimi edi ama no the game itself ne obisa no say ena offer sa game no say ampe Mensah City entimi win trophy de na so mba be ro mo abobo sa game we.
Yeah, obviously it was a part of us, that we were watching the game because our chances, to play in Europe were very, very affected by the result of the competition. There is a part where you are preparing to play against City. I think the approach from City is going to be different, or has been different against us, and probably the game will be different from how the game developed against Palace. But also, even if it means we have less chances to qualify for Europe, I think we have to congratulate Palace, because a team that is not probably the 6-8 teams that normally are fighting for titles, winning a title like the FA Cup, I think is good overall for the league and for football. Yes.
Enti good Edema Premier League say nay Crystal Palace for ball modern Archie City and so etimi ashom to obo mo aba so na mom no they are a different ball game altogether and a City for no any Bournemouth ebebo we Etihad a bit different from the final of the Crystal Palace and so a boy in Tiene almost soon him the also more a no and sama Andoni Raula and so a kind of Eddie Fa a yet side game on Nene as United and it was Namuguswa air prepare ahead of Omu game and Yamia the much number Europa League final no na ade omu team a media no and as a media team no omu share a train komo bebre and Postecoglou Bisano saying season no so far saying and our fan or say a bad one no more opportunities so Mokorum Koji trophy.
With just one game left, how would you describe your season in one word?
Oh, one word. Challenging, I guess. We've obviously had some issues, particularly in the Premier League, and but through the whole time, I guess there's always been the concurrent sort of runs we've had in the Carabao Cup and obviously in Europe. So it's been a challenging season, fair to say.
Nti aye challenging season e dia mo nye dia no mo expect so mo sa ebeka ne mum no ko make comment around December no last year say no ni second season bia no e wo bia coach bia no oje a trophy obizan say the one no so make sa comment na san secretism e ba no so no na nya asem ketwa.
No, it just speaks to the facts, and I guess my mistake was answering a question accurately. I'll learn in the future to just lie, and people will be much more comfortable with that, or me painting a different picture. But the fact is that wherever I've been, I've won things in my second year. We still have the possibility to do that here, and I'm certainly not going to let that slip because some people are a little bit afraid of me actually telling them what my history and my record's like.
Do you have any regrets in saying that, or?
Why would I regret something that I'm proud of? You know, live your life as you should, Michelle. Don't worry about what other people think about you. Be proud of your achievements and stand up for them. That's what I do.
Enti idea and had no cry criticism a ban or so no or a proud sense your record away a fact idea no credit e womu enti enti no on proud was sans no enti no and some coach no so it made by say sometimes oh yeah the papa and during the amount for become or say ultimately live the moment now so wait me akwa wanim e wo hono menu and some ultimate there by e hono me beto so na akwa nim say reasons are season anko ye na bi den or see injuries e ka ho ye papa.
Look, it's you know, it's been, I guess, tough in terms of, you know, I've probably never had to deal with a kind of injury situation I have this year at Tottenham. You know, I've kind of been in the game a long time, and there's always been disruptions here and there, but nothing like we've sort of experienced this year, and so that's made it tough. But like I said, at the same time, you know, there's also been you know, some incredible kind of resilience shown by the group to keep sort of our season one where we can still do something special. So, you know, it's been tough, but I guess every season's tough. This has just been tough for different reasons.
Yes, enti pra ade di ni ye pa ni other issues ni na no timi abodi timi ade kan ho hweto na for na mo drip enya eziwa live on Facebook o ma from ye pa mo eko San Mamés was Spain ekwa akosi sa kan no ye Athletic Bilbao one stadium or mo from ho setting kama on a part of Manchester United one coach Ruben Amorim ono so yetimi ebisa no say na nyoma AC Airco preparations no say no mo afa no na Amorim ye dikan bisa no say player selection no enya dia be ha no kra.
You've got some really big decisions to make ahead of the game. How tough will it be to say to some players they're in and some they're not?
Oh, of course, it's not a good thing to any player to hear that, but I'm quite comfortable with that. It's my job. I think the problem that we had in some games in this season, I had a lot of players out from injury. So it doesn't matter if you play 1 minute in the final. Of course, you want to play 90 minutes, but the important thing is to win, because if we win, all the players are going to win this final. And they all played in the Europa League, so that is the most important thing.
What do you expect from Spurs on the night?
I think they are a team that they have a lot of intensity. They have a really strong identity. They will play in the same way, and you can see it. They score a lot of goals. They suffer also because they want to score every time. We know Spurs. They know our team. We have also a strong identity, so it's going to be a good game.
And our fans are travelling to Bilbao en masse by planes, trains and automobiles. How crucial can they be to potential success, and what would it mean to you to reward their unwavering support with a trophy?
It's hard. It's not enough. Winning Europa League is not enough for all the support that they gave us this season, and our fans is not a surprise for me. They will go swimming if they need it, so they will be there even without a ticket. I already know. So a big thank you for everything that they did during this season. We'll do our best to give something to them.
Enti ade supporters no United team no won coach na kasa so mbe yiro mo abo modern agye trophy ɛde ama ɔmo sɛ de ɔmo timi support team no wɔ mmerɛ nyɔma enkuyi ɛmfa ɛma ɔmo no. Ruben Amorim coach Edema United na ɔde sansɛm baeɛ ɛhɔnom sɛ ne Tottenham for no mu nim ɔmo Tottenham so enim ɔmo Man U for nti game a ɛbɛyɛ difficult ye pa na ɔyɛ nsɛm so a ɔtimi de aba na preparation no sɛ wobɛtimi ni ɛyɛ trophy no ɔsɛ onya no right ɛno so sɛ na esi ɛte hɔ.
Ruben, how are you and your staff feeling ahead of the Europa League final?
We are fine preparing the game. I think you can feel it in Carrington. Everybody is excited with the final. It's really important for us. It's massive for us, and we want to give that to our fans.
It's your first major European final as a manager. So how do you think you'll build up to the game? How will you feel?
I feel it's a mixed feeling. I'm really excited, but at the same time, I know my responsibility as a Manchester United coach. I had always that feeling of frustration for the season. So I want really bad to help the team to win this final, to give something to the club, to the fans, to the staff, to everybody.
Who will you lean on for support?
No, but I like the responsibility. It's my job. I'm quite comfortable with that. My job is to help the rest of the staff to cope with the excitement of the final, and especially the players.
You played in a Europa League final as a player. How can that experience help?
I think it's hard. When you are a player, you just think about do your job and try to win it. Here is different. You have to prepare the team. You have to help the staff, like I said. You have to say the right things before the game. So all these things are really important when you are a manager. When we are a player, you just think about the game. But something that I learned when I was a player is that you need to win it. Nobody's going to say I was a finalist, especially in this kind of club. So we need to win the final.
Enti eno ensema Amorim o winning as a player ene as a coach okodu final kwakobo difference o mna no wachechim so a player say pressure no ho de but ni soro bebre na mo as a coach no decision making ekwan a team no be fa so abo na afi o mo atimi akwa winning trophy ni nyina no egina so enti ha adwene say o coach ya na pressure no e wo soro nenso no na adwuma e wo say oye no timi de konim na mom say wo bo na say wo genzo so a wo ye player na so winning a ebe boy ye sanse obi anu a ye wi bebusa say wo ye finalist na mom no wo ye winner eno eye nkomo no se de be shi akode sansem na chim to omoje e de ama supporters no de sansem na si o Mason Mount e say na experience onya ye e wo game o ne be ba we boy no say o gidie say betimi aboy ye pa mom so akọ winning.
Yeah, special night. Obviously had a bit of time for it to sink in now, and I've watched the goals and the whole game over a couple of times. But yeah, obviously it was an amazing night for me. Looking back at the game and kind of looking at myself in the game, everything just happened so quick, and I feel like it was a bit of a flow state. I wasn't thinking much, and then obviously I scored 2 goals and we win the game. And yeah, it was obviously a very important win for us to get into a final, and now we look forward to that one.
Did it feel like a big moment in your United career?
Yeah, I mean every game's a big moment. Any chance you get to get onto the pitch and have an option to play, that's always my focus, is to come on and have an effect in the game. Trying to create chances, score goals. Every time I get onto the pitch, I'm trying to do that. So yeah, every game is an opportunity to do that. But yeah, that one was that. I'll remember that one for a while.
Yes, into no be ball game no share into a hu said on one cast and performance said yes here quite anyhow obetimi abo no replicate e final cinema na bibia konkan e de Manchester United Mason Mount and this answer so by Demont Gallagher ono former Irish retired referee and as a former referee or in some etimi dia Badin Henderson any move ye gamer Crystal Palace and so any Man City boy no account say bebre na do na say was a red card no free mo wakasa dia fa ho.
But Erling Haaland was going away from goal. Jared Gillett was the one in VAR. But should it have been a red card?
I thought it was a red card. I thought it was a red card for a few reasons. Firstly, he's deliberately handled the ball. Haaland's going towards goal, that shows it. And they talk about the direction of the ball travelling. Well, it only travelled wide because Henderson actually slapped it away. So I feel if Henderson hadn't slapped it here, Haaland would have played the ball and he's on a direct route to goal. So I think he's very, very lucky.
It was quite clearly, not from that angle, from the 18-yard box angle, you see it's quite clearly outside the area. Is that your assumption of it? So therefore, why didn't VAR intervene?
Well, they fed back that they felt the ball was going away from goal, that Haaland's travel was away from goal, but people see things differently. I think that picture shows a different story. He is travelling, and if Haaland gets that ball first, which he's entitled to because Henderson can't go with his hands, which he's done, I think if Haaland gets that ball first, he's past Henderson, he's clear on goal, he just roll it in the net.
Yes, Yentene said the movement in a fast whereby Dean Henderson a coin of fast so a called distracted Holland. Any empo said the situation equal in Nano Ampa Usha penalty in there by no moment the movement and any action no na idea warranty a red card and no and some Demont Gallagher a retired Irish referee or a former referee so Nibib no moment England a one of Bonabra and all this same no munchimo timi Eddie Abba Alvaro Carreras Benfica one left back you know Yakano se me brene yes Branton or call ako catching the team say when your Madrid move no personal terms no crowd wajia tum that ntebe Omuni Madrid entrance normal intimi no hon komo yesi ne Madrid enso ene omo entrage na bekwa kopium of Benfica na branch no oma kwatwetwe no komo na ne sika no 50 million euros clause ehye so na omo so etimi atrigger etria na mom no de delay kakra ensa Madrid fon se ombetimi akwa ya mebo no eso ate enu nti ena aba ne sa na mom no mhwe na se Benfica entiase a ombetua 50 no omo atebra branch no so etino edina kwa kopium of Santiago Bernabeu Dusan Vlahovic se se de ba ne sa branch and contract no nyade on be extend de amano wo Juventus nti obekọ no akwa kopium e wo baby foforo no so news a to for me na no per Juan Laporta or say Barcelona ebe ni around 950 million euros nti ebetimi aboa ema 1+1 rule ewa Spanish La Liga no eno so betimi aboa mo akonya emo so ato players a mo so nti no ensama president no enso etimi edia ba no we no eno siampa there will be changes ewo Barcelona won squad in mu into omo de omo sabe kan players ni bi ebekọ na ebi nso ababa behiem eno ensama etimi dia ba sanse ni o se omo rivals ebe strengthen ayo omo team ti o so omo so omo team strengthen omo team na no ensama Juan Laporta club president edema FC Barcelona ono so edi sansem na ba o se Lamine Yamal ebeye the best player in the world one can say enche anase mpo one also be the best player in the world no say Barca the right team and so etime edema Abranten or this answer no and so etime dia bo so ba Spain dodo na so mo Barca for no ombetwe omo asan na ese ne o se ade of na institutional discredit nanka ne omo distracted team no nanka nyoma konche achew dia mom ne mom no ne de se ni team no so ejina omo na so na afi omo team fight against all odds no omo so etimi ewini nkuwa eno ye nsem otimi de bo se ale hala o metimi akwakoto se possible so o metimi akwakofa Abranten ne mom se sia de omo focus no eni Abranten no side no nsem so a wetimi ede appear so finally Ballon d'Or thereby and it's September 22nd ena etodwa ewo Paris na thereby and say ni criteria no omo achirechire mu etimi ede nyoma egu form kama ekwan ombefa so na afi omo so etimi ahwe obi obetimi awini no say the omo echire mo say individual performances sanso ena decisiveness ena influence collective success and titles achieved sportsmanship and fair play into we mo criteria kakra Ballon d'Or penifo no almost wachiche mo etimi ediaba Matheus Cunha yeso was say yes to Manchester United to hwe say would so be accepting a bid no so a move on City for atwem ho e free Florian Wirtz ayo no so ni purchase no sa branch no omo keka bibia bo ma 300 million pounds and on bebo ka no ne boarding into omo atwem ho kode ye jemu ne de nsem ni na etimi de sia.
The real sports is here. Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley! Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Kastle 90.3 FM. Sini Robert Mensah Sports. And I did my one no so about Pausimano mienu yebedin komo ewo ejumedi so kaisa no pay stream live on Facebook Kastle 90.3 FM Cape Coast. Join your Facebook and pay. We show ni be na like na share for comment ne bra. You back in can we show no sweat media mama. Mama now message text message on 0244 743 143 0244 743 143. Mama your messages name in friend for na me come Osman akwaba na yentumi entwa so. I say good morning Kastle FM fraternity and a Queen of Sports. All is set for the weekend. And the top 5 teams for Champions League are Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, and Aston Villa. And finally, Tottenham, because they will beat Man United in the Europa League, whilst Chelsea will be beaten by Betis. And I'll catch them, Mr. Cheeks. And I'll do it there by you. Now, I'll say, Nottingham Forest will be beaten on the last day by Chelsea. Just trust the process. Mr. Chicks what they we ede aba mama chia no pay Mr. Chicks amen chia now I say good morning Miss Shubi. I am very happy that Lagos cities have been relegated. That is the law of karma. Aba I try what's my try me can fantini we dey miami die ma aba ya de ball techino ye de bob ebeba Dwarfs are now going to be promoted to the Premiership next season. Skills, anyway, yes. So, Ede Abba. Hello, good morning, Champion Mishubi. How are you and your crew? Please, I need deep details on Martin Zubimendi to Real Madrid. The name is Otuga. Inside Simeon and Awodiwe. And so, Ede Abba. Good morning, Miss Ruby. Help me correlate Tottenham Hotspur ahead of Ochina this evening. Ochina. Europa League. Victory over Man United. Tell Man United fans that Rhys James will watch the match this evening. Say Gaff. And I'll do it. And so Eddie Abba. And good morning. Update me on Man U by Gospel. And I also do the Eddie Abba. I mean, I also message on 0244 743 143 0244 743 143. Osman Devenga. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
I'm not pay Bibia Boko.
Super fantastic. Bibia come.
Yeah, then Yami Ase. Sure. Yami Adam to Miss
Na United of no put was Arsenal for you.
Saho.
Yes. Gilkeris. Nada makan kana nyawana kuna missing there. Na Arsenal so one and 1-1. Na player no ina kasana so remember to adwene mai. Information oho. It's in yaba foreigner. Yebezun komo kakra.
Gilkeris na masampe kunha so aka ho.
So was a kunu to right hand side and left hand side one ma. Na madu so ejina afa. Na ocha Gilkeris ejina enyim. Na Bruno ejina wonichi. Na ocha team na ayi. That is their plan. But it hinges on something. So United to me Europa League now. It means when you access to the Champions League, and that is what and that Fabrizio Romano or the boy. In fact, I confirm the boy Arsenal is on your back. But for the meantime, and because of Ruben Amorim, ways in Komar Kuchra day on train Trendoka crap. No one share after Wednesday. And see, I admire Wednesday, Arsenal supporters singing now, whether you like it or not. And Tottenham.
Okay.
But tell me about against
Okay. All right. Mama kwa man so na mene the current champion of the women's Premier League, entry and come police ladies, edwuma amaya this season, ekon kaye papa na ya kwa man safe quickly. Ya ne the head coach Oranidin ede Abu Kasim atwetwe enkomo and then the day very very tight because interviews ne ba na eba enti no anya quicker be wan say afa okon hunti ma me kwana me coach twetwe enkomo very shortly na fe yemra emeto aso. Coach, good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Meje this ano pa bibia ya boko
yere me ase
Jada erade ase na ya congratulate you so ewo edumade a woni with team na this season.
Jada ase pa.
Right, coach. My this season, zone, for example, a very top zone, Hazakis ladies, Faith ladies, and Army ladies, Juma girls this season. Boy, a fact has been now this a contributor to success, which never come in. All these teams are your crown champion, 4-4. Our zone, you must call out, must call beat champion, I had overall champions.
Good afternoon. I joined the starting again. Even after almost three years ago. Now I had a much more nice. But now Nipa or Betma Bois, Amajmano, I could see, not you could be. Backroom staff, former national team players, former best national team goalkeepers for Bali, and Nanama, coming out from the backroom staff. And every who say the current national 17 welfare officer or come back from the backroom staff. And you were old footballers are. Go police team. Now already they have interest in coming to support. So now you know, yeah, flat with relegation. They were not all happy. And then and then we plan with management, and then they started say, yeah, boy, and then get more energy and strength into team. Now you started and grooming them. To school or we school going age players 16, 17, 19. Now so when they are everybody and they're playing for especially current director of CID, Ghana Police Service, this will be Medalitia now on GT. Why yes, we few years on the boy who said for a family to travel, oh, yeah, a mother figure and a father figure. Now, father figure, they will be in the ASP, Mr. Smani, no, not Mr. the war, near Bema, and I, your Merima, Mr. Haruna, and Alex, there you are. But now you meet mother. But boy, you are a ma so other kind of one was a son you may be Star Banet yet. Did ya, Mabampayaman? And I'm calling now or Guama, Sia or Mina Sazano. Their parents, everybody from Mabampayaman, Sal Obano, Daki, with my president of Ghana. So, Nina Kaon, and it means a pass from skills, you know. Now I pick your house Emma this year. It's now we need overall championship for Ghana. And yeah, at that point.
And not yet that form. Yeah, shall we see? You know, I just say, be officers, sanity.
Yes, about 40% of your offices.
Okay.
And they have been serving in the service for almost 10 years, some of them 40, some of them 15 years. Captain say, Captain no, about team for almost 14 years. 15 years about team 14 years, you can get another particular age. And then we have a few more, Deborah Fie, Gina Yam, Omuna, they have played in the team for a very long time, Omuna officers. But the Duana, Omuna officers. But IGP, the current IGP, you know, we need fact. And yet, because me, I want like I'm working on the him that I'm praising him. Me, since me back to this. And there's so many leadership that I've never gotten close or what an opportunity to get close to any IGP. This is the first time. You know, when you get close to a Messiah, an angel, nobody tells you. Some it's unfortunate that Oba late.
Wow.
What he has started doing for us within a very short period, mass cannot describe it.
Wow.
What promise here? Recruitment now, for almost over 10 years. Over here, in Hamay. And Kolana, I perform free Kwasi, different Tumu, different Wanawali, a different Bogatanga, a different Sevilla, so I go in Kolan. Some of them were farming for their parents. And I go you free. The parents are now going to farm by themselves. They all become police officers.
Wow.
And they go back, wow, very, very proud. And then their parents, very, very proud. All thank you to this current IGP. And they pay for my members. Or more, in fact, I'm a short of voice.
Wow. What promises that players, you know,
in fact, our customer said they should count themselves as police officers already.
Wow.
On one and all paper, at the man, staff, to prove that at the end on the agro. Aside that, the things that he did for us before we went to this match, and in Myanmar or Myanmar, after we won this match, and see that this year you move that. But it's not. I don't think it's ethical for me to mention in values. In fact, the way President OTT national team when they go to win a trophy, that's the same way OTT after we won the championship. Wow. In fact, now President Mensah as a coach, President Mensah, I think achievement now, and the kind of rewarder for the man. In fact, this man is wonderful.
Okay.
Mr. You're IGP Ghana Police Service. May you live long.
Amen. What my child is saying, no, I was some Ghana name or Africa. The man as a conversation, so no best start here having your preparations, no plans, let's say.
To say no, you're winning a day and she. Yeah, meetings. Yeah, like say kakra 1 week be, and then yeah, back to your home. You say, yeah, team no dear. Yeah, we lead move. That young and say, team no, and team the team at present Ghana and Africa. We say teams now, all the teams that will come and play this tournament. They are teams that put players from across the continent.
Yeah.
We say teams in Tanzania are hiding players from Ghana, teams in Morocco are hiding players from Ghana, from Nigeria, from Senegal, from Cameroon, so they get the best from Africa. So for us to have a chance now, I compete and make a statement Africa. We need to get support from all the clubs from Ghana, all our friends, say Obi, the opportunity we are. About my team, I say, me the players are member. If you want my whole team, I'm the mama. But this time around, it's my time. And I think the police ladies are appealing to all the clubs in Ghana. Say, moi, you can left back and now, right back and now, striker. What? Please listen to us. Okay. At the end of the day, say, it's a statement. It brings fame to everybody in Ghana. Our football will be seen to be rising. Our coaches will be seen to be rising. The value for our players will go higher.
Sure.
Personal my football. I know players who go out there. You $2,000, $3,000 every month, $1,000 every month. So when we go to Africa and we represent very, very well, see that the value of our players will go high. People will come and then look at our league and then buy our players so that they can also get something for their future. So we have to prepare, but then we will sit down with management and then we will set our plans and present our plans before the police administration and see how best on with my boy.
Right. Finally, what's that man football now? I'm not football any said then. Final was a chair. One man in the football team on the side, and I'm sure the future of women's football so send a bit to my family.
First of all, like I say, I will praise you. She's not very good about basketball. I put some praises on the current administration, the GFA, led by Kweku. I think when he came, he said he was going to put more attention on women football. And then he rolled out a lot of structures. One of them was to make sure that a lot of coaches get access to training. And also invest more resources into the women football. Before the start of the season, every team gets something small, 60,000 cedis. It has never happened before. And football boots before the start of the season. Not team free of charge from the FA. Or the higher level. Say, which mean we near Obenya Bass. Obenya Bass. Sesiano, about 4 clubs already and 6 clubs already in the women's division now. Or Komukuta one buses, or one Kasa buses. And this year, the police ladies, yes, I'm because we have won. So for them, I'll thank them, and then they have done very, very well, but they can do more. And I'll appeal to the government. Yeah, the GFA loan, almost to me, and game no, football game no, women football no, up to that level now. You let my match, Zambia, ne, Cameroon, ne, Tanzania, and ne, Morocco, ne, Algeria, Egypt, because funding now, and then here say. We can reach that level, no? The GFA cannot get it. But the state involvement is very, very paramount. All these countries that I'm talking about, the state always invest in their football structures. So I'm appealing to the president of Ghana. All the promises that he has done to his campaign, he's already fulfilling them. He said he was coming to reset Ghana. Yeah, I think it was a spiritual proclamation now. Oh yeah, it was spiritual. Why I say spiritual? Because it is affecting every sector of the nation spiritually. You realize that the team that won the FA Cup this year is a new team. Yeah, that's a resetting. And the team that's won the Premier League is a new team. A new team, yeah. That's another resetting. But this is a spiritual resetting that he proclaimed. But I am appealing to him to make a physical and social resetting of Ghana women football. Okay. He should come in and make the resetting complete by investing, by adopting. In fact, you can't just adopt the women football and hand it over to the first lady. Okay. It's your game. Okay? So that the women football in Ghana here will rise and then finally the talent is in abundance. All right. So also the Inspector General of Police, I will not stop praising him. We thank him. We thank all the former members. We thank all our fans that's across the nation. All the old coaches that have coached in the Ghana Police Service before. Those who handed the master to me. Frank Oswell, Sam, was my immediate boss. It's unfortunate that he was not around to share the joy with us. But wherever he is, I know he's happy, he's proud of himself. He started this work and I took over. The imams of Ghana Police Service, those in the FPU who are with us, they pray for us every day. They pray for us every week, every Friday. The pastors in the police service, they were always with us, you know. The gratitude is so much, you know, if I don't mention your name, everybody's involved, you know. Okay. All those, our families, you know, our players' families, the prayers, you know, was coming from everywhere. You know, we are so grateful for the support that comes from all of you. Okay. Coach, you better say no pay na jaw na aso do so. Say the Nigeria na ba no dey. Mujimani na the right time better na for preparation for Africa no. Ya to me ababeto no so ho come no. You better say no pay. Okay, Coach Abu Kasim, the head coach for the current champions of the Women's Premier League. Coach Abu Kasim, please ladies head coach and then nakodi nkoma waka ensem no epi no na Uncle Paul there be wanka they say obetua ni players in dollars so we say their players omo amanoni be moji $2,000 $3,000 a man no we boadu amuni we mu a omo make money panti no sana na opese wo kire say sika bag a man league ni mu nti ye share de ni ya ebetumi atwa mu ya mama so atena Ghana and of course was so omo make appeal to the president omo the captain be kwa kire no na ohwe ni musen ko mfa man league no on adopt man the first lady adopt man league no because we all saw the last time and man penye Akufuado emra ye bo first lady cap no the first lady be mu no we all saw the sponsors about on board for the women's air football no more boss for team tournament be sponsors so no na it was serious into no man penye ma first lady adopt man league no no more focus we about IGP abaso sa bonabaso sa ne we say 40% of the police ladies no team no officers but the rest no
ɔso ɔma mama twotwo mu din so mu nyinaa no eba be ka eye service no ho enti ebe head ebe kwakwakosi enso wo eye women's football ni mu enti no that's it and I don't know yan touch on this small and I say Osman yan touch on it small na fe yan koye ni masanya koye ni
yes coach Abu Kasim why has he in fact edumana is why on the field why the trophy
ampem da kwa na haza kesi abo mu nya to nchen dia
I want to dominate league na ko. But Ruby, it tells you the level of investment now we are looking for.
Sure.
And then some okay, one sporting aspect in it to China. I'm particularly happy about the sort of involvement the police administration was one especially Miss more about the current IGP Mr. Christian Yohonu. About church the way to no the kind of attention a game so we can we supported in their numbers now no can be. I think the last Air Classic Ghana Yenzi Super Classic he was there. And actually you man sorry now. It is worth commendable there. But this bring back the conversation view. And then another years in common about the club CEOs and then managers and then the FK highlights a lot of the clubs are what it's now all institutions affiliated. Ruby those clubs so but in terms of organization and even sustaining those clubs now, most of the times on all year done, ever an individual club owner no.
Okay.
Because all your institution and you that's why you one budget But to know where can be was our tour, no was our bois.
Yeah.
I mean anytime they will be part of the system. It's in why one budget now they will factor in those clubs and so now we to know when you want to juma. And so those days are yet to power FC Munaze, Aquatex Money. These were clubs in those times, when they tell the history about them and when the years now what to attract big name players, what to attract a lot of the stars, But when it comes to individual ones now, it becomes a problem. So for me, I feel that Mensah football them bra onshare that on your lucrative affair now part of finding the fit So if it is institution based Ruben can be free and kobo kwenye mu power hono because they say what army ladies and your police for so one day. Me are very sure that next season